This is my 3-tractor challenge. Thanks to Burningdinosaurs for nominating me. Kind of fun to just have a reason to make a video, I guess. Challenge is your oldest tractor, your go-to tractor, and your favoriteest tractor. And we'll start with the old, which is this 1932 Hart Par 1827, oldest one in the collection. Haven't ever really done a whole lot with it. My dad bought it from another collection the way it is now. Put it away about 20 years ago, drained the coolant, drained the gas and everything, and just haven't taken the time to put stuff back in it and fire it up. But I do grab the hand crank every now and then and give it a spin over just to make sure everything's staying nice and loose and everything. You can hear the impulse clicking on the magneto there. One of these days I should get her out and play with it. But it could use some rear fenders. We took it around to a couple shows back in the day. But just kind of limited with not live PTO and no hydraulics. Kind of limited what you can do with it on the farm. And so I'll usually choose something a little bit newer, something I can hop on and hit the key or the button and fire up and go use somehow or another. Maybe I'll put this one on the auger at some point, loading out grain this summer. That'd be a good chore for it. But that's my oldie. Next up is my boy, one way or another, it'll either be the favorite or the go-to tractor. Thought I'd mention while I was here, I know Jake Ziegler asked me to do a tour of the tractor collection. That one would take a little longer, but I can do a quick tour of what's in this room right here. Hang on. Whoa. One of these days I'll put something more together, but next up is the go-to tractor, and that's kind of tough to decide around here. There's lots of options. I'm not trying to brag, but it just kind of depends on what's going on. But if you're just talking hours, probably the white 6125 gets the most hours on it. I plant my corn with it. I pull wagons with it. It's just with that power shift, air ride seat, something you're going to spend a lot of hours on. Boy, it's a comfortable, easy to drive tractor. And so this was the last tractor we were an Oliver dealer starting somewhere around 1937 and closed our doors in 98. We were AGCO dealer up to the end, white. And this was the last tractor we ever sold. So it's a keeper, gonna stay here. AGCO had been pressuring us about selling new iron, and so we upgraded here on the farm, sold my 2105 and got this one. Try to keep AGCO happy and move with some new iron. Haven't regretted it. It's been a great tractor. Just easy to get into. Cummins engine, 18 speed forward, 9 speeds reverse power shift. Oh, the air has gone out of my air ride seat. That's all right, it'll pump right back up. Probably only thing I would have changed back then, for what I was using the tractor for, I didn't want to spend the extra 10 grand on front wheel assist, and now in retrospect, this thing is enough of a horse. Between the pulling the wagons and wet spots and stuff, I really wish I'd spent the extra money on front wheel assist, but it is what it is. It's still a great tractor. And so I'm gonna call that my go-to tractor. It's like picking your favorite kid. Fortunately, I only have one kid, so I can do that easier than I can pick my favorite tractor. And then we'll do the Jake Ziegler tour here again. And hang on. Whoa. Poor Herman, he needs some air. Last but not least is favorite category. This is Dad's 1956 Super 88 diesel. This is the tractor Dad won the National Level Land Plowing Contest with 2 years in a row. And I believe it was 61 and 62. Might have been 60 and 61. But this tractor got used a lot on the farm. It's got almost 10,000 hours on it. In 91, Dad and I overhauled the engine. In 92, we brought it back in and painted it up. We still used it on the farm. It planted a lot of beans and wheat until I got a bigger drill. And I've often told people that if I ever had to sell everything to keep from moving my family into an old refrigerator box, this would be the last tractor to sell. And that's what it would probably take. You know, there's lots of memories. For all the rare ones I've got, you know, it's the memories with a tractor that are as important as anything. This one has a lot of history with it. Last fall, I took it to the Mackinac Bridge crossing. Across the bridge, that was the first time for me ever driving across the Mac myself with a car or a tractor, so it was definitely a check off the bucket list type of thing, and I really enjoyed it and plan on doing it again this year. I'm not sure if the Super will be the one to go. Haven't made that decision yet, but still sees a lot of work. It spends a lot of its summer, pretty much all summer, hooked up to that 720 baler right back there, square baling hay and straw. I don't do a whole lot, but just a handy go-to tractor. It almost made the go-to list, but I figured, well, if it's going to be the favorite, we'll put something else in the go-to. But great on fuel, just handy size. Just I use it a lot despite it being all painted up and everything. It's so come around the other side here. I'd done some washing and waxing last fall before the bridge crossing, so it's shined up pretty good right now. One of the very first ones with power steering that came out in '56. They had to change the front frame to put the drag link connection in for the steering box. So, and then I'll come around back here real quick. Nice little Oliver disc we took it on trade when we were still open. Hardly ever been used. Dad brought that back and said, go put that in the barn. Don't blame him. I've used it a couple of times just to play, but there's the Super 88 operator station. I've used it quite a bit in the fall, running augers. And now we'll do the real quick in here, the quick Jake Ziegler tour. The rest of my Supers. There's my triple digit lineup. There's a 440 down there on the end. Kind of hard to see through everything, but 550, 660, 770, 880, 990. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks Burningdinosaurs for nominating me. Hope you enjoyed.